Hello, everyone. This is Pat with Angel Divination with our daily reading and message for the 12th of April, 2012. Now, I didn't say Oracle card reading today because I was actually going to do something, I felt guided to do something a little different. The first thing I wanted to bring your attention to, of course, the dates. We have the 12th day of April, 2012. So we have 4/12/12, or if you're in European time, 12/4/12. In either case, you have you have the number 12 showing up twice in the date today. And the significance of that, I remembered there was a piece about it, more of an even a better explanation of it, in this book by Doreen, Goddesses and Angels. And I'll just read a little bit of it to you. And it says, the angels had told Doreen that the number 12, especially when repeated on a date, 12/12, is quite powerful. And because the numeral 1 means watch your thoughts and only hold thoughts about your true desires, as your thoughts are manifesting instantly right now. And the number 2 means hold on to faith that your desires are manifesting, even if you can't yet see them. Keep watering the seedlings until they bloom, and don't quit 5 seconds before the miracle. So together, the 1 and the 2 in the 12s means with faith and focused thought, you can manifest anything very rapidly. And in this particular book and the chapter that it's in, it refers to 12/12 as the Holy Mother Day, which I guess in Mexico, which is where she was for this particular chapter, or at the beginning of it anyways, it's 12/12 is Holy Mother Day in Mexico. Now I'm assuming that means December 12th. Today we're not actually in December. We're on the 12th day of April of 2012. But for that particular day in Mexico, it's called Holy Mother Day, and they celebrate Our Lady of Guadalupe, who is essentially basically the same as who we would consider Mother Mary. And so what was interesting today is I thought, before I even decided to go for that book, I thought maybe I'll do something different today and just pull out my Archangels and Ascended Masters book by Doreen and use that as my divination tool today. Which the way I use it as a divination tool is I just hold on to it and I say, okay, who needs or who in this book would like to come forward with the message for today? Kind of the same way that I do with the cards. And then I just kind of open up to whatever page or spin my thumb through the pages to see where I stop at. And actually, interestingly enough, before I even went and got the Goddess book to read from that for you today, the page that I opened up to was for Mary, the Beloved Mother. So clearly, I feel like, she's in our message today, and she obviously embodies the energy of compassion and any kind of healing of all kinds, but especially help that is directed towards children. And whether it be adopting children, any kind of issue related to children, if you're having an issue or a problem or a situation with your own particular child right now, either behaviorally or something that needs to be healed, or maybe it's issues related to your own inner child, whatever the case may be, pardon me, there's really nothing that you can't, with Mary embodying the energy of the mother and compassion. She's also known as, I know Doreen's often referred to her as the Queen of the Angels, and I believe she even may have a book coming out about her specifically before too long. But Mary's compassionate energies, I feel, are coming through today. And although I'm not necessarily picking from the Goddess deck, I feel like we do need to have, there is a message to have particular energies directed towards children today. And it may be simply because, I know yesterday's messages had to do with Mother Earth and issues in the home from the goddesses. children often, when there's things going on in the world, whether it be earth changes, as we know there was a lot of earth changes that have gone on in the past 24 hours. The earth is really getting rocked with earthquakes. There was the ones off of Sumatra and Indonesia, and actually there were some pretty significant ones off the coast of Mexico and California earlier today as well. So, and there's been hailstorms. So when there's earth changes going on, as well as a lot of, volatile eruptions in the world that we hear about on the news or in the media, things of that nature, children are very sensitive beings. And even if they're not actually watching it with their physical eyes on the news or on TV, they still pick up on it. And we may see it coming out in different ways. But one of the card decks that I did want to pick from today, since we had such an earth-directed focus yesterday, was the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen Farmer. And let's see what their message is. Oh, okay, there's a couple that have dropped out there. So, okay, and we have the card Release with the autumnal, or autumnal, I'm not sure quite how to pronounce that, equinox. And fire, passion. Okay, so as I look to these cards, although they seem kind of a little bit different, release and fire, embracing your passion. The release, I feel, has to do with releasing fears and, helping people or children to release their fears and release those anxieties, those excess anxieties which they carry. And this, certainly may pertain to you yourself too. It's about, in the fall, which is what this speaks to, the autumn, the trees have no problem. I mean, they turn this beautiful color, and then they just let go of all of their leaves, and they allow nature to assist them in that process. And the leaves are their main source of food. And so in the fall, as a way of conserving water and conserving their energies, that aspect of them falls away, and they release all of the things, and those, leaves contribute to the other cycles of nature. But as we release the things that no longer serve us, and as we release those things that are extraneous sometimes, we become, and what I mean by extraneous is there's a lot of things that tie up our time, a lot of distractions in and around us in the world today, and children especially have a lot of them. We can become more aware of what our true passion is, and where we have so much mother-directed energy coming in today, maybe with a focus on children. It could be that we have a passion, or some of you out there have a passion for helping children in some way, and so it's, and the passion that this speaks to is that which is the way it was explained to me, is that, when you see something in the news or the media or the world that, really speaks to you in a way like, oh, somebody should do something about that. That's you being tapped on the shoulder. That's your passion being called forth to get out and speak up about it. To say something about it, maybe do something about it. You may not know how at this present moment, but if you can visualize it, and that's what the numbers speak to today, if you can envision it, focus your thoughts on that, on what the remedy to the situation is, and have faith in that, you will be directed. Dormant forces will come forward and guide you to the next action steps to take. So if you feel passionate about a particular cause, and I know I have a friend who's very passionate about the children in Russia and the conditions that they grow up in their orphanages, and so she feels very passionately called to that. And the more we follow that call, Okay? Things can't change in the world. Things cannot heal until we become that change, until we pursue that passion, that fire within us that burns and longs for things to be different. And you know, it's when we accept that calling that the things around us begin to change and the world itself begins to change. Okay? There's a lot of people out there who I know feel very different from society. They may feel like society doesn't get them. They're unique in their own way, and they are here to bring change to the collective, the world, if you will. And fire is and passion is a huge change agent. So it's important to pay attention to it. And it lights you up. When you become passionate about something, it fills you with that spark, that joy. Okay? So release the extraneous things that are distracting you and focus on what your passion is. Allow it to be ignited within you and move forward with that. So, little different kind of a message today. But, you know, the time for change is here, it's now. And, you know, there's the celestial and unseen loving forces that are here to help us with that. So embrace those, whether it be Mary, the Divine Mother, or whatever divinity you feel most aligned with to call upon. So embrace that today. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading and message. I hope it resonates with you. And thanks to all the new subscribers. Please feel free to leave any comments or messages that you like. I always appreciate them. I can't always get back to them right away, but I do appreciate seeing them there. So thank you so much. Take care, everyone, and have a lovely Thursday.